kind of start talking about this digital currency that's getting ready to be started. And I wanted to start out talking about that tonight because I just really didn't want to wait until the morning to really just get into this whole thing. Because I just watched the most disturbing report here online on Free Your Mind Rumble, right? And so on Rumble, there's a channel that was exposing the things that are going on with the one world government, the new world order, the system that is being put in place all around us, just as the Bible has foretold and told us that would happen. So we're looking at this right now, and I want to come on and just kind of like make mention of it, that the digital dollar, the central currency, is well, it's starting right now. It's really kind of starting just now and getting ready to take over everyone's life. So anyway, I want to get to some of these stories concerning this. And I guess the first one that I wanted to introduce was I want you to look at some of these things that I have on my Facebook page. I just wanted to share these with you because, again, like I said, I didn't really want to wait till tomorrow to go over this. But talks about here that the things that are happening around us, how close we are to a cashless society by 2025. Now, the reason I wanted to talk about this is because I've been in several different businesses, and I've seen in several different shops that many of the people today are going cashless. And I thought at first when I was seeing it happen that they were going cashless because that was, more in vogue and that kind of thing. But there are incentives for these people to actually go cashless. And so they make it so that it seems like it's very convenient. It's something that, is it's going to be great for the people. But really what's going to happen is that people are going to become more and more enslaved to this particular system. Now, let's go over here and take a look at it and see how it works. It says, are we on the verge of going cashless and cashless society by 2025? Well, 2025 is the time that we're supposed to go cashless. And you'll notice that all of the big box businesses are starting to go cashless. Like I said, I was in Sam's just the other day, and Sam's has people ordering their pizza from their cell phones. It's kind of ridiculous, but at the same time, this is what we're looking at, on the verge of going cashless. And what is the purpose in going cashless? Well, of course, we're setting up the beast system, and the beast system will be one in which everyone eventually will have to have some sort of identification on themselves to be able to buy or sell. The whole idea of this is to gain control of people, because Satan needs to gain control. The concept of cashless society has been around for decades, but about 84% of the payments in the US are being made digitally in 2025. So they really want to get that up to 100%, right? Talks about the transaction of physical currency could take place sooner than we once thought. So again, I was in the airport just recently, and when I went through the airport, no one at all was taking cash. So they took cash for tips, but they didn't take cash for any transaction. I don't care whether you were buying a cup of coffee or whether you were buying a donut, what you were buying, it was just totally cashless. So we're going to talk about that. And then also, if you hang on, I'm going to be talking about some other things that are going to be coming, but I'm probably just going to drop out and put that on Rumble for the night, because we're going to talk about these floods And we're going to talk about how these floods coincide with the idea of the cashless society. We're going to also be talking about the instrumentation that will be used through the medical system. So we'll be looking at that too. All of this here is being done not just by the left or the right. It's being done by left and right politics together, right? And if you don't believe that yet, then you just keep on. Just keep on. Staying in la la land, and eventually it's going to come crashing into your house. The reality, just like a tree limb that just um, collapsed under the weight of the world crashing against it, and it crashed right through your roof. That's what it's going to do. It's going to be very violent if you're not prepared for it, right? Let's go to this. Let's go to this video here that I have of someone sharing about this cashless society, and we're going to go and listen in. Now, this comes from let's see here. This channel here is on Free Your Mind, but this creator is not Free Your Mind. But Free Your Mind does have a lot of content on it that other creators make. So we're gonna listen in, and let me see if I can get rid of the background music. And if I get rid of the background music, then we'll be able to hear it, right? Give me a chance here. All right, so we're gonna get rid of background music, and let's go. Let's listen in here.
XAI was just sold or was just bought up by, well, actually, they just bought X, I should say. I don't want to confuse the terms here because X was sold by Elon Musk to XAI for $33 billion, a very important number to remember there. And simultaneously, as XAI buys up X is unrolling their digital ID system and social credit. And if you say things that are quote unquote negative, according to Musk, then you will then not be able to be seen, which is the basis of a social credit system in the making, which Elon Musk says he's following in and finishing the work of his grandfather, following in his footsteps, Joshua Haldeman, who created the Technate Party to create a global technocratic government. Now, technocracy goes back to the 1910s, specifically when the Rockefellers shook hands with Marxists. And in World War II, well, around the New Deal and into World War II, it was propped up greatly, then leading to the rise of China in 1948, the current communist government, and the propping up of China by Kissinger and the Trilateral Commission in the 1970s to create the idea of a technocratic super state, the guinea pig state, if you will.
Okay, so did you hear that? He was saying that basically China is the guinea pig state. So China is the social credit system that is set up by Elon Musk grandfather. Now, I talked about Elon Musk's grandfather before and shared with you how he was involved in the social credit system. So this is something that should not be new to you, but Elon Musk had a grandfather who was into social credit. Now, social credit is not a new thing. It goes all the way back to 1910, right? And these Rockefellers and, well, of course, with the help of, it sounds kind of corny, Elon Musk's grandfather, they were introducing a social credit system that would lead us into communism and away from capitalism and away from God, ultimately, right? His name was Joshua Haldeman. Let's go over there and take a look at his picture again, because I shared this with you before. This is the person here. He was a politician And again, I've mentioned to you before that he was arrested for by the Mounties in well, you know, he was arrested by the Mountie police in um, you know, up north, right? So in Canada. And so these Mountie police arrested him, and they arrested him for having these ideas of well, he was going to create a social credit system. And the social credit system that he was creating was going to imprison everyone. Now, who could imagine back then that he had this idea, and these ideas that were um, you know, anti-democratic, anti-God, even anti-republic, right? So when it comes down to it, his whole purpose was to enslave human beings to this new social credit system. Let's see what else we can find on this man here. Very, very interesting. Um, Indeed, when we look into the life of these people, we see that they just didn't happen to, you know, run into this money and that kind of thing. What happened is that this is a plan that's been going on for a long time. And of course, X is going to be trying to marshal the charge to create this social credit system where people will, you know, submit to the platforms that have been created by them in order to enslave people, right? So these platforms that are going to be put in place where people will have to, you know, go to X in order to obtain credit or whatever the CD system, all of that, all of these systems that will be put in place is going to come up under Elon Musk. And of course, Palantir will be at the helm with its AI system, creating a one world government, a government in which they will be in control, right? And so there's a lot of people are wise to it now. They're trying to say, you know, resist this new social credit system. But it's been in place in China, and that's why China is, you know, China is full throttle into it. All of the surveillance that they have, all of the systems that they have in place to keep people under control has already been going on in China, right? So that's what they're doing. So let's see again. This goes back to prophecy. There's going to be a massive shift happening right before our eyes. The world is going to just drop its cash and go cashless. Now, one of the things that Trump is talking about is that he's going to weaken the dollar. And he's doing that to supposedly to increase our ability to buy and sell more. I don't know how by weakening the dollar you do that, but this is one of the strategies. But secretly, he is one of the people who is actually involved in this entire system of creating this one world government, this one digital currency. Now, the digital currency would be controlled by the East. The West will collapse, totally collapse, and the East will take over, since the East is already in place to do that, right? So that's why, again, we have this order out of chaos situation where everything is just being imploded right before our eyes. Everything is being destroyed, just completely destroyed, washed away. And this is the replacement of America with Eastern philosophy and politics. So that's what's going to happen here. Let's go over here and let's take a look at here. Bannon slams Musk for algorithm change on X. There is a worry that Elon Musk and Doge are getting a social credit system, social security number, or they're getting a social security number there. That's what they're saying. That's old news. Let's see here. Let's go back to. Want you to see this too. Elon Musk. Okay, let's take a look at here. Joshua Haldeman. His grandfather was a pilot, and so the family is not as crazy as you would think. That's what I'm trying to show you here. I want you to see this here. Let me go to this here. Let's take a look in past here and take a look here. Here it is here. This is what I wanted you to see. So, like I said, this is Elon Musk's grandfather. And he always had in mind that they were going to create a social credit system for the Americas. And along with the Rockefellers, they used China as an experiment to create the social credit system in China first, and then they were going to roll it out in America. So these people have plans where they make plans years and years and years in advance. This is one of the things that, again, they wanted to do. Now, he wanted to create a technocratic system. Social credit movement. So a lot of you think that, well, this is brand new. No, it's always been in the works. It's just coming out in the open now. And they wanted to make it sure that it was going to be the educated elite that ran society, the technocrats. And so this is one of the beliefs they had here. And again, he was president of the Social Credit League of Canada. Now, a lot of this also was reinforced by this idea of superiority, that there are certain people who are elite that belong in leadership. So again, this is what they believed. And again, it seems to be that a lot of them try to use Christianity and that kind of thing to push their agenda. But Christianity was only being used as a tool for that. So this is why, again, Elon Musk, well, of course, he's given the sign right here, right? That it will be a system that will be based on top-down, unilateral system where technocracy will take over. This is why he talks about universal basic high income, that everyone's going to get universal basic income, because with the introduction of the central bank digital currency, CBCD, or digital currency, which is DC, there will be this new society, this new world order. And this might be one of the reasons why Elon Musk is also pushing to start a new party called the American Party. Because under that American Party, he's going to create this technocracy, and everyone possibly will be registered up under this new technocratic system that is the idea of the world elite. They always wanted this to happen. This is something they always wanted to happen. So as we are looking at this and visualizing what the future would be like, all you have to do is really just kind of go back to the Bible, because this is going to tell you exactly how it's going to play out. Let's listen to our friend again some more.
And we've seen how that has exactly happened. And of course, they wanted to create this guinea pig state so that they can see what happens there, and then they can enforce it in other places while pretending that the West is falling in favor of the East, when really it was a combined effort to shift from one world government into another world government. And that is exactly what I believe we are witnessing today. Klaus Schwab from the World Economic Forum calls China the blueprint for the Great Reset, the role model, as he says. So with that, it means complete dependence on a technocracy. Tyranny comes under the guise of convenience, my friends. And that's exactly how they're going to unroll this. They create a crisis. They cause a food panic, a supply chain panic. Then they come in with their solution. And SpaceX investing this $2 billion in Elon Musk's XAI startup is also involved in this everything company of X, which means the Internet of Things will be this social media where you give all your information to this system that is also, by the way, creating satellites and cell phone networks for Israel. SpaceX launches a $200 million smartphone in space for Israel at 1:04 a.m. at SpaceX Falcon 9 launch. Israel's D-Roar 1 satellite from Cape Canaveral. Israel's foreign ministry says this $200 million smartphone in space will power Israel's strategic and civilian communication for 15 years. Israel Aerospace Industries called it the most advanced communication satellite ever built in Israel and a historic leap. Meanwhile, the booster nailed its landing on the drone ship like it was nothing. Classic SpaceX, says Mario Nawfal. So, okay, we have this system that's going to be connected to social media at the same time as AI, at the same time as a digital ID and a monetary system. We'll get into X money later on in the video.
Okay. So again, like I was saying as well, that there is going to be this monetary system that's going to be run from the platform of X, right? So X is, keep your eye on X, keep your eye on Thielman, which is actually Elon's friend, right? They grew up together. And he's going to be running Palantir, while Elon's going to be heading up X, which would be the monetary system. The monetary system was supposed to go in effect up under PayPal, but PayPal was kind of like a prototype to see, to get it going, right? Yeah. So what does all of this mean for us? Well, what it means for us is that they are going to eliminate the middle class. There's going to only be two classes. There's going to be the upper class and the lower class, right? And so this is one of the things that it means for us. There'll be the us against them. We're not like them, so they're going to destroy the world from doing everything that they can to make sure that it happens, right? And so we can see that happening all around us, right? The world is being destroyed. America is being destroyed, which is one of the leading powers in the world. And it's necessary that America is destroyed and they create a new world order in order to do that. And that's what we're seeing here. Even in New York, they have the flooding where they're stopping the sewage systems up and doing a number of things that, well, I kind of think it is. I'm not really sure. Let me not say that because we're still on YouTube. But there are certain things you just can't say on YouTube. But yeah, as we look at this and we see it, we can see that all of this seems too convenient, too there are things happening around us that we know you absolutely know that these are not natural events. They want to make us think that they're natural and that, oh, these are accidents, or this is a act of nature, or this is due to climate change, or whatever they want to create. They want to make you think that, but the truth is, the truth is straight from the Word of God. They're going to create a cashless society. They're going to create this beast system or give power to this beast. The beast more than likely will be part human and part AI. There will be a human being that the beast will be created after. And this beast will have a personality like an AI, and both speak as the Bible talks about. You find that again in the book of Revelation. There would be a CBDC, central bank digital currency, and it will be a programmable digital currency issued by the central banks. It won't be like Bitcoin, which is decentralized. This will be a government issued, government controlled money. And once the system is fully in place, they will track every single transaction that you make, block purchases, limit your access, and even expire your money if you don't spend it fast enough. And it will give the state total economic control. And that's exactly what the Bible tells us will happen. So again, if we go to the book of Revelation, chapter 13, 16, and 17, it says, he caused all small and great, rich and poor, free and bond to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. And this will probably be the quantum dot mark, quantum dot tattoo, or some sort of mark they'll put on you that you will have to show to the place of business so that you'll be able to make a purchase. The Bible says you won't be able to buy or sell unless you have that mark on you. And again, this is the prophecy. It was vague. It was vague until we got to this time period, right? Wasn't it? It was something that we couldn't imagine until we actually got here. And now that we're here, it's right here in our face. It's all just right here in our face. And we can see that they have wacky things happening all around us that just don't seem like they make any sense. But it does make sense when you think about what they are trying to do. That they're trying to get us to be dumbed down so that we receive this new world order. Let's take a listen to News Channel 5 and see what they have to say about this too. Let's go over there, and there's a little bit about it on one of the news stations.
Now at the Falcons and Atlanta United games, you cannot pay with cash. Instead, you take your cash to Mercedes-Benz Stadium and put it on a card with no fees attached. The Fox 5's iTeam's Dana Fowle shows us how it works.
1-800 Something has changed at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. There is no change. Nope, no cash at all exchanged here. The stadium where the Atlanta Falcons and Atlanta United play in March went cashless.
Around a third of our fans this last match have said it's been noticeably faster. The transactions and the lines are moving faster than they have been when we're already known for our speed of service.
And this has allowed some prices to drop too. Hot dogs are now only $1.50. Now the transition has been pretty easy in part because most fans use cards or mobile payments these days.
Okay, guys, how many of you think the hot dog is going to remain $1.50 once everybody gives into this system? How many of you really believe that, this is going to be faster? I got to be honest with you. I went, and I don't ever go to McDonald's, but we have a school where, we have before and after care and summer camp. And I was asked to take the summer kids to about 10 of them to McDonald's because they were going to get ice cream. And, I found it very frustrating because it was really extremely slow. And the food is horrible and the service is horrible. But we are not going to be noticing that. People mostly don't notice until it's too late. So they're saying, oh, the hot dogs are much cheaper and they're $1.50. Yeah, they're going to go up on the price.
Days anyway. But if you are part of the bankless or you just still prefer cash, here's how you can still enjoy a night at the Benz.
You must insert between $10 and $1,000.
Think of this as a reverse ATM. And in quick time, it comes out.
Please take your card.
A Visa debit card. Two things to note. There are no fees. The stadium absorbs that cost, and you can use this card anywhere, not just at the stadium.
We know some folks come to maybe only one event per year and didn't want them to be stuck with a balance that they couldn't use until next year.
Right.
So this can be used at your grocery store. It can be used to get gas in your car, whatever the case may be.
Do you really want a Visa card that is being issued to you by these people? Do you really want that? Just think about what this is going to mean for people who are going to be already struggling with cash. And then they're going to introduce these kiosks. And even though they said that there won't be any charges, as soon as they become dependent upon these things, then there's going to be the introduction of the charge. All this stuff is coming right now. Oh, it's going to be very convenient. If you have cash, don't give us cash. Just go over there and buy yourself a Visa. They're going to charge you for that plastic eventually. And they're going to charge you for not having a bank account. I know that that's what they're going to do.
Cashless payment is trending in the metro area. Restaurants, coffee shops, and other retailers are also going cashless, some for safety reasons. An employee from this Howell Mill restaurant was murdered in 2017 while closing up when armed robbers came for the cash. And many millennials, well, they just don't carry money anymore. In fact, Mercedes-Benz management says at any given time, they see fewer than 2% of their fans use cash. Only about 0.5% do at a soccer game.
Folks like the ease, the quicker transactions, not waiting to get change back that you have to do with cash.
For Good Day Atlanta, Dana Fowle, Fox 5 News.
Some cities are not taking to this cashless payment system the same way Atlanta is. Philadelphia has banned it altogether, and other cities may follow. They find it discriminatory, fearing that necessities like food and medicine will not be available to those without a bank card.
Yeah, well, obviously it won't. And they already say, tip jar. Yeah, they're going to keep carrying tips, keep getting tips too. Somebody made that statement, and they do. I was in a place the other day, and they asked for a tip, and I said, well, I thought it was cashless. Well, they want the tip, right? So, Yeah, we're gonna see more and more of this kind of thing playing out, where all around us they are going to go cashless. So with the cashless society, we're going to see more and more discrimination. Even though the lady just said there's not going to be any discrimination, but the Bible says it's going to be discriminatory. You will not be able to buy or sell unless you give in to that system. You're not going to be able to buy or sell. You're just not going to be able to do it. And, again, it's just shocking that we're moving so much faster into this particular age where the Bible is coming to life right before our eyes. And you got to wonder, were we born for such a time as this, right? Let's see here. This one here was interesting because, again, I just posted this one because I was so frustrated at the McDonald's just recently, just frustrated because they were pushing people to use this kiosk in there, right? It says outrage as McDonald's is forced to make major cash change in several stores. Major change. It says the fast food outlet no longer accepts cash, right? And that was one of the things. Now, again, that right there, even though they try to say that's not discriminatory, that is downright discriminatory right there, because they are pushing people to make a decision. So again, the cashless move sparks outrage from angry customers as the chain city safety concerns. So they're saying chain cites safety concerns. And they are saying that the reason they're doing it is because they're trying to keep their employees safe. But we really know the truth. Says disgruntled customers have threatened to boycott McDonald's after some stores made the move towards a cashless payment. And customers share a photo of a sign at the entrance of the Clayton South McDonald's, Melbourne South. Now, here's what's going to happen, though. How many of you believe that with this new rollout of this Palantir technology that President Trump pumped $500 billion into this AI system that cannot be tampered with by any state? It can be interfered by any state. That if Palantir technology, this new system that they're going to be putting in, a surveillance system and AI system that will manage all the businesses and manage all this is all managerial decisions will be made by Palantir technology. How many of you believe that this will be used to eliminate resistors, people who resist, like customers who are disgruntled that want to boycott stores and that kind of thing? They're going to use that AI system against us. And then they're going to also make it illegal to even protest. So they're saying the reason they're doing it is because of ongoing safety concerns, but that's not really why they're doing it, folks. Why they're really doing it is because the Bible said they were going to do it. They are going to have a cashless society, but the people were, really just not happy about it. And instantly I question them why. They say because they've been robbed. Either way, I don't care. I'm paying cash regardless, they said. So the backlash has also hit social media. Users who argue against it, who argued it was a sensible move in protecting staff, while others agreed the choice to go cashless was inconvenient. And so they have responses that kind of go both ways. And that's basically how most people think. They don't really know what's going on. Strange enough, McDonald's is asking, and this is kind of beside the point, but I'm going to just say it. When I was in the McDonald's today, they asked me, and I hadn't been in McDonald's, I don't know when. Somebody asked me again to take those kids to McDonald's, so I did. And I was getting them some ice cream cones. And surprisingly, the ice cream machine was working, right, for a little bit. And they said on the kiosk, not the employees, because the employees do not talk to you. You have to go to a kiosk and order from that kiosk. The kiosk asked me for my change. So they said, we want to know if you want to roll up your change, or what do you call it? Roll it forward, or whatever it is. Round it up. That's what they want to do. Round it up. And I was outraged when they said that. I couldn't believe that a multi-billion-dollar company would ask me, did I say it right? Ask. Some people like to make fun of how Black people say ask. But yeah, they would ask me, did I want to give my change? And I couldn't believe it. I said, no, I don't want you to have my change. This is not the first time I've been asked that. But again, there we are. The companies are already becoming liberal with your money, as if you're supposed to give them some extra money. Rounding up at the cash register, at the register. Is it a charitable gift or a corporate scam? Are they scamming us, or is it a charitable gift? I really get sick and tired of them asking for donations when the company is in business for one reason, which is to sell you a product. So why don't you, as the company, make your own donations? I'll make my donations at my leisure. Thank you. But I definitely will not just allow you to take my money so you can turn that in as a tax write-off every year that you made this many contributions. But again, charitable gift or corporate scam. I believe it's definitely a corporate scam. I don't know what you think, but yeah. Listen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to Rumble, and I'm going to get off of the YouTube platform because I'm not able to discuss some of the other stuff that I'm going to be talking about. So if you want to join me over at Rumble, I'll be on Rumble for another 30 minutes to about 10:30 tonight to discuss, well, some of the new things that they're implementing when it comes down to the technology in terms of medicine, and how that will actually affect us in the forthcoming New World Order. So I'll be discussing it. I really can't discuss it on here So if you'd like to come and join us on Rumble, you can. My Rumble platform is Vincent Rhodes TV. So Vincent Rhodes TV, if you come over there, or if you go to my link tree and you just follow the link in there, there's a direct link to Rumble on the link tree. So either way, so I'm gonna sign off of YouTube for right now. You guys have a good night on YouTube.